Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. We just premiered episode 6 of the TCM documentary Moguls and Movie Stars, A History of Hollywood. We're going to follow it up with a great film discussed in that installment. The title is Marty, which is also the name of the main character in the story, a lovable and likable butcher who pines to meet a girl and have somebody special in his life. And then he meets a girl named Sarah. It's a movie that was produced independently and released through United Artists in 1955, written by the great Paddy Chayefsky, one of the first to make the transition from writing for television to creating scripts for mainstream movies. Marty had initially been done on live television 2 years earlier, written by Chayefsky, and was a huge success and prompted Burt Lancaster and his production partner Harold Hecht to buy the rights for a movie version, something most unusual in those days. In the early days of the 50s, the Hollywood moguls basically considered television the enemy, and for good reason. More and more people were staying home and watching shows for free on TV than paying to see a movie in a theater. But for independent production companies such as the one run by Hecht and Lancaster, TV was not only a fertile ground for discovering young writers, fresh actors, and eager directors, but also for finding stories which could be made into films. Well, one thing the Hecht-Lancaster company did, besides hiring Paddy Chayefsky to write the screenplay, they also asked the same directed that live television version to do the same on this movie adaptation. Thus, Delbert Mann began his film career. And everybody hit the jackpot on this one. At Academy Award time, both Mann and Chayefsky won Oscars for their work. Ernest Borgnine won an Oscar as Best Actor for his performance in the title role. And the biggest gift of all, the movie won the Oscar for being the Best Picture of the year. The Hollywood crowd was stunned. I mean, a former TV drama winning the film world's biggest prize? Unheard of. 1955, here with Betsy Blair playing Clara. Betsy in private life was Mrs. Jean Kelly. From 1955, Marty. It was Rod Steiger who played Marty in the original TV production of this story in 1953. He was also asked to play Marty in this film version, but he turned down the offer for one basic reason. The Hecht-Lancaster company, which produced the movie, insisted that whoever played Marty would have to sign a long-term contract with producers Burt Lancaster and Harold Hecht, and Rod Steiger wasn't interested in doing that. He wanted to remain a freelance actor, so he did. So Ernest Borgnine then the part, a chance at last for Ernie to finally play something other than the bad boys, which he was most often tapped to do. And Marty made him an Oscar winner and a star. His competition that year, Spencer Tracy in Bad Day at Black Rock, James Dean in East of Eden, also James Cagney in Love Me or Leave Me, and Frank Sinatra in The Man with the Golden Arm. Up next, another chance to see what was happening in Hollywood in the 50s with an encore of episode 6 of the new TCM documentary about Hollywood from its birth and through its growing pains up to the end of the so-called studio system in the film industry.
Tonight on Turner Classic Movies, Tinseltown braces for television in Moguls and Movie Stars, A History of Hollywood, Episode 6, Attack of the Small Screens. Then, fame goes to Andy Griffith's head in A Face in the Crowd, and Tony Curtis is drunk on The Sweet Smell of Success. Read all about it at tcm.com.